I see you managed it after all, Ezra. I fear there is little time to prepare. While you were away, I met a traveler who spoke of corrupted. I do not know. The traveler said the corrupted rally around something called the Tempest, a being they worship like a god. If this is the same being that haunts you, I fear your soul may be in great peril. No, other than maybe to give us a greater sense of urgency. But this is a momentous occasion. I cannot go. You must do this alone. It will require the sacrifice of part of your soul. Place the pieces of the staff on the ancient altar near the shattered obelisk. Then brace yourself. I will be with you at...
Wood and metal can be broken, but an ideal endures. And even in small defeats, I step closer to my victory.
Welcome back. And look at you, still as fresh as a newborn babe. Most aspiring soul wardens return looking at least a little pale. You must have extra soul to spare. I have had time to give our predicament some thought. While we now possess an Azoth staff, it is but a beginning, and even armed with such an implement, we too are no bulwark against corruption.
Yeah.
I think so. Go back to Oxborough. Shout from the rooftops. Bang pots and pans if you must. Rally their men and women at arms to meet the armies coming their way. You hold their only hope for salvation. I must make... I have had time to give our predicament. While we now possess an Azoth staff, it is but a big... I think so. Rally their men and women at arms. I must make preparations. Rally the city against the corrupted in the north. And then meet me in the southern ruins. Then you can become a true soul warden. If you still wish it.
At last! Someone in this foppish little city I can have a decent conversation with. Come on over. Gab a minute with your friend Grace. I've been poking around town, collecting gossip from all these fine lords and ladies. I might stay a while. There's a lot of coin changing hands around here, let me tell you. This town is much older than it looks. Believe it or not, it was the bleeding Roman legions that first made it into a proper village. But it soon became a trading hub for all sorts. The crossroads of Aeternum. And so it was. People coming from all over to buy and sell, and the gold in the town's coffers piled up. The trade barons ran the place for profit. No kings, no queens, and no messing. Each of the town's factions had its own enforcers, and for a while that seemed to work. But it was only a matter of time until vice and greed turned to violence. Fighting broke out in the streets, and the whole town burned down. But coin has a way of fixing things fast. Out of the ashes, the town of Oxborough came to life. The trade barons built it back, bigger, stronger, and more profitable than ever. And word is it's been smooth sailing ever since. Even when the corruption spread across the land centuries ago, Oxborough was still sitting pretty. These days, coin's flowing like never before, but the trade barons hoard their wealth from the shadows. It may be tricky, but there's a fortune to be made here, and Grace O'Malley won't be leaving until she gets her share. So now you know what I've been up to. What about you? I see that fancy new staff you're toting around. What do you plan to do with that? I thought enough red-eyed rotters on the beach. If you get in a jam, I've got your back. But I'm not enlisting in that crusade. These fine folks seem to think they haven't a problem in the world beyond a shortage of herbs. You might try the constable. That's the one. She's a former Roman legionnaire. And you didn't hear it from me, but I hear her husband's gone missing. She might listen.
Do you see this? Or are you just going to walk on by like everyone? What dark times these must be for people to just turn away from a poor innocent merchant who's been waylaid by rabid wolves. Oh no, the wolves were vicious and slobbery, but they didn't get any of the good stuff. I just need someone to help ride my cart. Do I look like a lumberjack or some muscle-bound warrior who can finally, someone with a heart? Help me out here and I'll see you richly rewarded in Oxborough. I've got friends there in high places, I do. Oh, you have a heart of gold, good traveller. I would stay and chat, but I'm urgently needed elsewhere. And how always provides. Oh, you have a heart of gold.
The destiny of this island is already... Raise your fist against the Crimson Storm. But it...
I can't believe it. Is it really them?
Herbs and spices for everyone! Hero House to the rescue!
I can't believe it. Oxborough survives its greatest threat yet.
I told you these people are something else. Got their heads in the clouds. I've never met a herbalist as popular as your Mr. How. But maybe they weren't picking the right herbs. You and I know the truth, don't we? Herbalist How may get all the glory, but you're the one who did the work. You're the real hero. Nah, you'd be a fool if you did. Flying your flag everywhere is just an invitation for trouble. You...
Hal made it back, and with all his goods intact. This is marvelous. One less thing to worry about. I feel confident this will sort itself out. Hal's return is such an auspicious occasion. I must believe that Centurion Mesha will return very soon now.
staff has done its work. I can taste it in the air. Consecrated ground will repel the corrupted for a time. I'd say you were born to be a soul warden. If that weren't such a tragic notion. Oh yes, a side effect of the process. Like it or not, you'll be able to taste corruption soon too. Like a rotten tooth, sweet with decay, followed by an aftertaste of blood. It quite ruins dessert, I'm afraid. Your success with the staff you forged proves your readiness. It is now time for you to face this final step to becoming a true soul warden. You must acquire a heart gem. Your defense against corruption. A vessel you'll use to encase your soul and protect it. A cold vault within your chest. Yes. But do not get hung up on details. There will be a time to discuss such things. For now, you must simply acquire the gem. Look here. These ancient guardians were once human, proud warriors. In a war now lost to time, they sacrificed in ways much like the Soul Wardens. No, but the elements for creating a heart gem, they do. This will be no easy task, but I believe in you. I will wait here. Look at that! An empty heart gem. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Take a good look, because this thing is going to become part of you forever. A soul warden's power comes from creating distance in your soul, like a firebreak in the forest. The heart gem provides that barrier, inuring your soul against corruption. Not entirely. You can still fall to temptation or rage, but it offers protection, a buffer. Sadly, it also buffers against the taste of food, the warmth of sunlight, the love of another. Are you sure you're ready? Oh, that part is simple. Easier than it was, at least. You just have to die. That is the easy part. First, you must enter the Heart Forge and face its guardian. Then we will complete the ritual. Trust me now, and go.